Hello everyone, welcome back to the original Sims Let's Play. Today we are customizing Karen's interior. We're playing a little bit of HGTV, checking out her Pinterest boards, and making sure that we can give her all of the necessities for a Sim living in the year 2000. I can't say that I have too many tips off the top of my mind on how to be good at decorating in the original Sims. However, I can give you the hot tip that if you double click on the shopping icon, it'll arrange the things by room, which is in fact very useful. This is a cheat-free build, so I'm going to be very mindful of the budget as I go through, which means we're gonna go for some of the cheaper options, but at the end of the day, Karen has to be able to survive on the remaining budget until she's able to get a job. And that means she's gonna have to be able to get her groceries and to do the necessities of early 2000 life. So I guess it's a good thing that there wasn't as much online shopping back then, not nearly as much Amazon, but that would make this whole shopping experience much cheaper. I'm going to start with what I consider to be the most important room, which is the bedroom. The way that we've set this up in the previous video is with an exposed brick wall, a lot of windows, and a wood floor. This is so much New York City vibes of my apartments back there, and I'm really pleased with how it looks. We are skimping and saving with this bed. We're going for pretty much the cheapest bed, but the positioning is very important. What I'm trying to keep in mind is like a practical placement of like, if this was a real house that I'm actually designing for Karen, I would want the bed to be in the back corner. So this corner is the furthest away from the intersection, and so it's gonna have the least street traffic. I'm a light sleeper, that's a lot to me. And it's in the back corner of the house, and it's far away from where I was planning to put the patio, so that the internal noise from the kitchen and dining room and the outdoor noise from the patio wouldn't travel if someone was trying to sleep while an event was going on outside. It is pretty nice that there was a matching discount bedroom set that was, I guess, essentially the Sims equivalent of IKEA. Moving on to the bathroom, luckily there aren't that many options in the original Sims. There are the bottom tier bathroom choices, and that's what we go with. And arranging the bathroom is pretty important. Like I mentioned in the previous video, you want the perfect flow of easily accessible to guests, but also easily accessible if it's your apartment. Putting the shower in the corner, having that little window, all choices that I stand behind. To me, it's a given that I want Karen to have access to the internet. I want her to be able to expand her horizons in the same way that Julie in the year 2000 was. However, apparently February 2000, the appraisal on a computer on The Sims is at $999. I did just buy the parts for a PC that I'm building, and that came in at $1,500, just maybe a little bit under that, but I've got some other parts coming in as well, and it's fair to say that's the amount. It looks like Karen's gonna have to settle for entertaining and broadening her horizons with a bookcase, just like most people in the year 2000. It's bizarre how absolutely aesthetic I find nearly every cheap part of The Sims, but also even the expensive stuff. Everything in the core collection of the basic vanilla original Sims game just is so aesthetic. I've spent so many hours in this game. Putting together this kitchen is such a pleasant experience. You have to remember to put the smoke detector on because Karen is going to come into this world with zero cooking skill, and she's definitely going to burn some stuff down if we don't give her that. I really love all of the cheap kitchen objects and that teal fridge, and I've got that super aesthetic checkerboard floor. It's a good time all around. When building out the dining room, I definitely had some illusions of grandeur by putting this long section of wooden flooring and the nice glass windows. It definitely lends itself to a large seating area with many chairs and the idea of dinner parties. When it comes to actually having Sims over for events, I definitely freak out way too quickly and easily. It's something that intimidates me so much to be able to entertain multiple Sims. So I settle on a few chairs and I decorate it with a singular lamp, small lamp to keep things lit And realistically speaking, if I played this save for very long, I probably wouldn't have hosted any large parties, but I wanted to give the option to Karen in case I did build up the nerve to host a sim party. Because I'm not a cruel overlord, I gave our lovely Karen a little TV and a wicker chair to watch it on so she could be up to date on such timeless classics as The Bachelor and America's Next Top Model, because we're civilized here. To decorate it, I decided that she deserves some art in this living room. We've down to under $1,000, but my girl Karen, she deserves only the finest art that isn't going to give her nightmares. We gotta put up that home security system to protect all of the high value goods that she's been buying. I really love how much this game reflects the time. In current editions of The Sims, they come with smartphones, so you don't have to purchase a handheld phone. In this edition, you have to purchase a phone that is hanging on a wall in order to be able to contact people and do services. To quickly summarize all the things that we can't afford that Karen totally wants because everybody does, we've got a virtual reality set for 2,300 simoleons, the SSRI virtual reality set. Among that, we have all the other really cool, expensive things that are fun and make the world just a better place for Sims to live in, but she's gonna have to work for it. Nothing comes for free, Karen. Not even the really cool little railroad track that I would definitely want. I love trains an unreal amount. We're down to 510 simoleons, and I think now is a good time to save, look over what we've done so far, and do some fine-tuning before we let her live a little bit of life. I know that there are some walls that don't have wallpaper up yet, and that we have a little bit of breathing room in the budget to add in some decor, some decorations. By the end of this, my goal is to have a better furnished living space for Karen than I do for myself. If you're wondering how much furniture I own, I can count on one hand the amount of furniture that I own that is in my apartment. Sometime I'll do a room tour and you guys will see just how much of an upgrade it would be to be Karen. But she also did start off with a much higher budget than me and a lot less college debt. Growing up when I played The Sims, I usually played with the walls view all the way down so you couldn't see them. And if you don't see them, then it doesn't bother you to not have any wallpaper or paint on those walls. So I usually had just exposed concrete walls, or I guess that's supposed to be drywall, just drywall walls, and I'm sure that that did not make my Sims very happy. If I did put anything on the walls, it was probably very low effort, like all one color. Just press the shift button, make them happy, make them not complain, ideally. And I also never purchased any type of wall decorations, and my philosophy with windows was just get as many big windows as possible. That way you don't have to worry about wall decor or any type of decoration in the houses. I've gone a little bit past that now, and I think that Karen's gonna like what we're giving her. This concludes setting up the interior of the house. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching me decorate. At the end of it, we have 150 simoleons remaining, so that should be enough to get her through the rest of the time before she gets her first paycheck. She should be able to eat, she should be able to enjoy herself, and most importantly, she should be able to get a job because the newspaper is an option. In an ideal world, I would have been able to finance putting in a little bit of a back porch and a pathway that leads from the front of the house to the mailbox so that she would have something to follow up, but you could always do landscaping a little bit later. Thanks for watching me put this all together. I had so much fun doing this, and I'm looking forward to sharing the rest and her getting a job and being the best Karen that this Karen can be. This video took a long time to get out after the past installment, so thanks for bearing with me while I did whatever it is that I was doing for the last couple of months. I appreciate everyone's patience so much, and I will see you in the next one. I just hit 8,000 subscribers. I have to mention this real quick. Thank you everyone for your support so far. I really appreciate that. I just hit it a few minutes ago, and I love you all so much. Thanks. Bye.